Welcome back, Canada, with another beautiful video. Common Sense Dispatch here. And I just want to say, today we have a very good video. I love Parliament videos, they're my favorite. But last video, we did the video on the government of Canada, aka the Liberal Communist Party, trying to establish that they were in the talks of perhaps taxing people $500K to leave the country if they want to establish a business outside of the country, which we all agreed is disgusting criminal behavior. And you guys gave me a lot of support on that video, lots of likes, lots of subs, and you guys wished me good luck on my channel, and you were hoping that I would grow, and I appreciate that, and I do all this for you guys. I'm very unfiltered when it comes to politics. A lot of people who do the same thing I do try to keep it a tad more professional. I want to be professional, but I also want to keep it fun too, so this is all for you guys, and yeah, you know, let's get into it. Thank you guys. We skipped the beginning because it was French. All the parts that are French, I'm gonna try to skip, and we're not gonna watch the full 50 minutes. I'm gonna edit in a way that we get the best parts.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians should be able to fill their grocery carts without emptying their bank accounts. But yesterday, we learned that for the fourth month in a row, Canada had the highest food price inflation in the G7 under this Liberal Prime Minister. All the other G7 countries have the same tariffs and wars and other global factors as we do, but it is under this Prime Minister that Canadians are paying the most, the fastest. Yet, he made a bizarre comment on March 25th where he said that affordability is the best it's been in over a decade. Families...
Can you imagine Mr. Carney, and he doesn't even deserve Mr. Carney. This guy has no respect for the country, but out of just to maintain some professionalism, we'll call him Mr. Carney. Mr. Carney is looking at you, yes, you watching the video right now, saying that you have it much easier than you did 10 years ago. Food is far more affordable for you now. Rent's far more affordable for you right now, and standard of living is a lot higher than cost of living. That's what he's saying to you. He's pissing on you and saying it's rain and gaslighting you.
So we're turning back items at the grocery checkout. Young people who can't afford homes know he's wrong. Will he admit that he was wrong?
Yeah. Admit you're wrong. Come on, man, get up. What's up?
Mr. Speaker, the record is that every month that I've been Prime Minister, Canadian average wages have grown faster than the rate of inflation. Every month I've been Prime Minister, rents have fallen relative to wages. And you know what? There's more good news, Mr. Speaker, because on June 5th, over 12 million Canadians are going to receive the groceries and essentials benefit.
I just finished doing my taxes 2 days ago. Oh, yes, Mr. Carney, I did my taxes and the government rewarded me $300 of grocery benefits. Thank you so much, Mr. Carney. 345 days in a year, and you gave me $300. While we have inflation, do you not... Does he not understand? Okay, so instead of reducing the cost of living, which it's easier said than done, but at least put effort. You could put effort into attempting to drop it. You think the Liberal government is basically... I'll tell you what kind of government they are. They think that instead of just reducing or getting rid of the problems, they put a mat over it and they say, here's an extra couple of bucks, look the other way. That's what these guys are doing. They're absolute criminals. You gave me $300. Me and my girlfriend, she has her son, and we're expecting our first baby in July. Fuck you. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, he goofed. He stood on the floor of the House of Commons and claimed that it is now more affordable than at any time in a decade. The seniors who have to line up at food banks after those food bank lineups have doubled. No, he's wrong.
Yes.
The young people who are paying twice the rent that they would have paid a decade ago.
Twice.
No, he's wrong. The single mother who's paying 40% more for groceries and has to turn back items at the grocery checkout.
Well, Pierre, to be fair, all of us, not just single moms, but I get what he's doing. I get what he's doing. Single moms have it harder than people who aren't single moms. I get it. But everybody.
No, he's wrong. Will he just stand up?
Oh, by the way, let me guys, did I mention already? If you guys, thank you for the support. If you guys think I pause too much, let me know. For me, I like to pause and talk about issues instead of just continuing while I talk over it. I think that's more annoying. But if you guys think I pause too much, feel free to tell me, stop pausing. It's annoying. Let me know.
That he's human, that he made a mistake, that he goofed up, and that he got it wrong.
Just admit you suck. Just admit you messed up, man. That's it. I'd rather just say I made a mistake. I would rather you get up, and I still wouldn't support you, and I would still dislike you, but just get up and say I made a mistake, I was wrong, and we're gonna try to fix it. That's a better answer than, hey guys, listen, you guys have it really good. If you're complaining, y'all are lying. Like, no, Mr. Carney, not everyone's middle class. The average Canadian is not middle class or rich. We're not politicians and bankers. What? Who are your friends? Must be like, all his friends are millionaires. Every politician that he knows is a millionaire. Like, does he know the average? Has he talked to the average person in the country? Absolute clown. Say you're sorry. Wait, who said that? Wait. Yes, I love. Oh, this is so good.
Mr. Speaker, housing rental affordability continues to improve. Asking rents have declined for 18 consecutive months. Every single month that this government has been in office, Canadian average salaries have increased. And now the IMF says that Canada...
I just asked my company, so every year, depending on where you work, right, most people get raises. I asked the company that I've been working at for 8 years. I'm not gonna say the name. For 8 years, I've been working for them, and I have a really good position. I asked for a better raise than we normally would get because I'm tired of competitive raises. I would rather a raise that's associated with the work I put in, not because it's competitive in the industry. And cost of living goes up by 5%. And our raises are 3%, and they said they couldn't give me a higher raise because in order to give people more money has to come in. And Canada has this thing where the government, actually, not Canada, the Liberal government has this thing where they don't like money coming into the country. They don't like doing it. They like giving money away. They don't like getting money back. So in order to pay people more wages, it's not always the company's fault where you think, oh, it's corporates and they don't want to pay. No, sometimes it's just because, or most of the time, it's because they don't have the money to give people. So they have no choice to keep it competitive because the government doesn't want to bring in more money. They don't want to bring more investments. They don't want to have better trade. And the fact that they're essentially boycotting the U.S., which they think that China is a substitute for the U.S. Are you fucking stupid? Anyway, I'm sorry for but anyways, not true. I have not gotten my cost of living is still much higher than standard of living. So absolute clown.
Canada will be the second strongest economy in the G7.
You're just full of shit. You're just full of shit, man. You're just lying to the people. It's so crazy that you can lie.
Mr. Speaker, he said that affordability is the best it's been in over a decade.
It's crazy, right?
A decade ago, the average one-bedroom rent was $970.
Okay, yeah.
Today, it's
$1,800. Yeah.
$1,800.
Yeah.
And $50.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah. I remember.
Incomes have not doubled. The young people who...
Key factor. Prices for rent has gone up by double. Income has not gone up by double. That doesn't make any sense. X and Y should go together, right? Doesn't make cost of living should be literally parallel with standard of living. At least that's how it should be on paper, but not in Canada.
Can't afford that rent, know that he's wrong. The seniors choosing between eating and heating know that he's wrong. The Canadians paying 70% more for beef know that he's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Stop quoting international bankers and realize that Canadians have never paid more and admit he was wrong.
I didn't even know that he's quoted. Is Carney really getting his information from other bankers, not himself? He's not doing his own research, not, you know.
Mr. Speaker, asking rents have declined year on year for the 18th consecutive month. Growth in housing expenses have increased at less than the Bank of Canada's target, marking the 16th straight month of annual declines. Salaries continue to grow at more than twice the rate of inflation.
Twice! He's saying salaries are increasing by twice the rate of inflation. Twice! This moron is looking at you and saying, just watch. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Improving, but this government is just getting started, and we won't stop.
That's
the honourable leader of the opposition.
Canadians are hoping they do stop because they can't afford to pay one more penny. This Prime Minister is completely out of touch, and Canadians are completely out of money. He thinks it's more affordable because his company puts its money in tax havens, so it's very affordable when you don't have to pay any tax. Meanwhile, the single mothers who are having to put their grocery items back, they understand that he's wrong to say affordability is better than ever before. The seniors who can't afford the doubling of rent under this Liberal government, they know he's wrong. Canadians know he's wrong. Will he stand up, admit that he goofed up, and that he was wrong on affordability?
The right honourable
Stand up.
Prime Minister.
Come on. Come on, Mark.
Mr. Speaker, I want to read into the record for the benefit of the Leader of the Opposition, I work for Canadians and only Canadians.
You work for China. Shut the fuck up.
I work for Canadians and only Canadians to improve their affordability. That's why we have the groceries and essential benefits, over $500.
Oh,
for 12
I got
million
300.
June 5th. That's why we're cutting the federal tax on fuel. That's
I'm getting
why
scammed.
we're providing Canadians
Getting scammed by the government.
over $20,000 in benefit from child care to dental care, farmer care. Everything he voted against.
L'honorable député.
The honourable member
Okay,
for
we'll skip
Ballet-Chambly.
this, guys, okay? Because it's in French.
Mr.
The honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, I gave the Prime Minister to correct the chance to correct the record, and he refused to do so. On March 25th, he made an inaccurate comment. He claimed that affordability was the best that it had been in over a decade. Rent has doubled in that decade. The cost of food is up 40%. The cost of beef is up 70%.
Beef is
The cost of
beef is
mortgages
crazy.
is
It's
up
crazy.
well over 60%. And every Canadian knows that he got it wrong. He can't
1 pound of beef is almost $40 I wish I was joking.
possibly fix a problem if he doesn't know it exists. So will he stand up today, admit that he got it wrong, and admit that life has never been more expensive for Canadians?
Insane. Come on.
Honourable Minister
Just say sorry.
of Jobs and Family.
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay. You don't have Mark Carney going up there answering questions. Now he has her going up. Oh, typical scumbag, bro. Typical. Stand up and talk to Canadians. Look at Canada in the face and tell them that they're fine. Do it. Get up and stand up, Mr. Carney. Do it.
Mr. Speaker, just moments ago, the Leader of the Opposition was talking about single mothers. And Mr. Speaker, what I'd like to say to all the single moms across the country is we've got your back. We've got your back with the Canada Child Benefit Payment that is indexed to inflation, so that when the costs go up, so does your payment, something the Conservatives voted against. We've got your back when it comes to the cost of childcare, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that not only can you go to work, improve your skills, but you can actually pay for quality childcare while you do it. These guys vote against workers, they vote against moms, they vote against kids.
The honourable Leader of the Opposition.
You're so full. You're so full of shit. Sometimes Parliament's so annoying, dude. Like, it's not even gaslighting. You can just straight up stand up and just lie, which is just, it is what it is, I guess. But you gotta call out bad behavior when it happens, man. That's why I made this channel, literally.
And now the Prime Minister has gone in the Witness Protection Program, Mr. Speaker. 70% of the time he doesn't even show up to answer questions, and then he refuses to stand up for affordability. He made the comment that affordability was the best it's been in over a decade. This after the number of people lined up at food banks has doubled. The rent has doubled. The cost of food is up 40%. We have the worst food price inflation in 40 years, and the Prime Minister cannot even stand in his
He can't
place
even
in
stand
debate
up.
and answer the question.
Stand
will
up.
he admit
Stand
that he
up.
got it wrong on
Stand
affordability like everything
up.
else?
Stand up. Stand up, Mr. Mark Carney. Stand up. Stand up. Come on.
Colleagues, order.
Mr. Speaker, he goofed up. He goofed up. He stood up and claimed that Canadians have never had it so good, claiming that affordability is the best that it's been in over a decade, during which time housing costs have doubled, food bank lineups have doubled, Canadians cannot afford to eat. So why won't he have the courage to stand up, admit that he goofed up, and
Stand up.
apologize to Canadians for the price he's making them pay?
Stand up, Mr. Carney. Stand up. Look, he's like, come on, stand up. Look at Mark Carney. Look at him. You can see his face. He's smiling like, yeah, I'm a total idiot. Did you hear it? Did you hear him say Conor McGregor called? One of the ministers, yeah, the liberal, it's the guy who's gonna talk right now. Wait, hold on.
Honorable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
It's him, right?
Good answer, Wade. Mr. Speaker, that passed this.
Yes, I forgot who. Okay, I forgot. I wish I remember. He called somebody on the Conservative Party Conor McGregor, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. He called somebody Conor. He called him somebody by the wrong name, and it was just so stupid. The amount of memes that I saw about it was crazy. Conor McGregor is a UFC fighter, by the way, not a politician or like anything like that. So it was funny.
Conservative leader, that current conservative leader, have 45 years experience between the two of them, have produced nothing. On this side of the House, our Prime Minister's been elected 1 year. Strongest projected economy in the G7. Second fastest growing economy in the G7. Best net to GDP in the G7. Wages are outpacing inflation. On this side of the House, we're serious about the economy. On that side, it's bluster and rhetoric. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, what a sad sight it is when the Prime Minister cannot even stand to defend his own comments and he
Yo, tell him to shut up, bro. I can't hear.
claim that life is more affordable than it's been in over a decade. He's been wrong on every major economic issue of our time. He was wrong to support the carbon tax, wrong to say that we should leave 50% of our oil and gas in the ground, wrong to oppose the pipeline to the Pacific, wrong about money printing.
Yeah, it's really weird how the liberals are so against building that pipeline. It's so odd. Like they're almost avoiding the idea of having to put, because we already have one in the west, right? But they don't want to put one in the north. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, put it in the ground, get more oil out of the country, make more money, bring in more money, because that would create a lot of jobs. For like oil rigs would create a lot more jobs. It would bring in a lot more money because oil's not just it's not just like vegetables, my dude. It's a insane, like it's a like very, very expensive thing to sell, right, to other countries, right? And Canada has a lot of oil, like a lot. We're one of the, I'd say like number 3 in the world. Please don't quote me for that. Number 3 in the world for oil refinery. Oh my god, can you imagine how much money the country would make? But the liberals are like, very odd.
And now he's wrong to claim that Canadians are living a more affordable life than in a decade. Will he have the courage and stand up, admit he goofed up, and apologize to Canadians for telling them they never had it so good?
You have the balls to stand up, Mr. Carney? Have the balls to stand up and address it. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Yeah, boys.
Let's save some for Wednesday. Secretary of State for Sport.
Speaker, you know, the leader opposition wants Canadians to judge people by what they say in the House of Commons. You know, I kind of agree. He thought Brexit was a good idea. He said that marriage should be exclusively a bond between a man and a woman at the exclusion of all others. He also said that Canadians should opt out of inflation by buying crypto, Mr. Speaker. We have real solutions for Canadians, Mr. Speaker. We have a tax cut for 22 million Canadians.
Wait, hold on. So when did he say that? I do remember what Pierre said. This is back that I wasn't really following politics as much, but I was kind of slowly integrating myself. 2021, right? I was already looking at this before. Bitcoin prices, right? So if you go by the last 5 years, it's gone up by almost double. Slowly going down. Now, I'll be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of cryptocurrency. And that's just because that's a personal decision on mine. I'm just more skeptical of it. I wouldn't say it's not useful, but this has gone up by, if I'm looking at, listen, numbers don't lie, right? Numbers will never lie to you. It's gone up by double. So investing in cryptocurrency might actually not be a bad idea. So if you want to counter inflation, he did suggest back then. I don't remember, like, I don't remember if he flat out just said, I think crypto's great. I think he said it's a good way to counter inflation some way or another, and it's a good investment, basically. And based on what I'm seeing, the last 5 years, what about 1 day? It's gone up. Well, this is just 1 day, right? But it's gone down a little bit. But yeah, if you go based on the last 5 years, oof, it's gone up. It's actually gone up by more than half. Actually, yeah. What am I talking about? It's gone up by almost 70%. So yeah, WPR, he knows what he's talking about.
We have the groceries and essentials benefit that'll help 12 million vulnerable Canadians with their grocery bills. How about a real solution for a change rather than this rhetoric?
By giving people $300 for 1 year? What are you talking about, clown? You're such a clown, dude. Sit down. Where's Mr. Carney?
You better stay here.
Right here.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, just last week he was telling us that he wanted to lecture us all like students. Now he won't even get out of his chair and answer for his own words. He was the one who said that affordability is better than it's been in a decade, during which time the number of people lined up at food banks, working people, hard-working people, has doubled. The rent has doubled. Beef prices up 70%. And this Prime Minister has the audacity to look mothers who have to turn back items at the checkout of the grocery aisle and say they've never had it so good. Will the Prime Minister have a courage to look that woman in the eye?
I love this.
We know there's no chanting in the House. That's unparliamentary. The Honourable Minister for Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation.
Oh boy.
Mr. Speaker, it's a little early for cherry-picking season, but he's cherry-picking quotes, cherry-picking negative statistics to run down our country. As the Prime Minister said, Mr. Speaker, wages have grown twice as fast as the rate of inflation. We just took 10 cents off the price of a litre of gas, 28 cents since we took government. We've just given families up to $1,900.
To be fair, the 10 cents off, he's not lying. They did, like, I always fact check these things. That is true, but the Conservative government wants to lower it by even more. So, like that's cool, but the opposition's offering a better alternatives. So that, like what are we talking about here?
Dollars this year for the groceries and food essentials benefit. We are fighting for Canadians. They're running down the country and cherry-picking you.
How are they? They're not the government. The opposition's not the government. How are they running the country down? They're not the government. You're the Liberals are the government. Pierre Poilievre's not the Prime Minister of Canada. Are you... whatever.
Useless quote.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the question was not for the artificially intelligent minister. It was for the Prime Minister.
No, you didn't just say that, Pierre. Oh, Pierre, you just could... Oh, no. I see what you did there, Pierre. I see what you did there, Pierre. Because he's the Minister of Artificial Intelligence. But you also said that he was artificially intelligent. Like, you were making like a kind of a... It was kind of like a double pun joke. I see what you did there, Pierre. You cooked them really hard there. They're gonna get really mad about that one. Oof. That was a juicy one, Pierre. This is my Prime Minister. I love Pierre. I love this dude.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister owes Canadians an explanation. They're living with the worst in housing costs, the worst food costs in Canadian history. They're living with the worst food price inflation in the G7, the worst household debt in the G7, the worst housing costs in the G7, the fastest shrinking economy in the G7, breaking every single promise that this Prime Minister made. Why won't he have the courage to stand up and answer the question, admit that he was wrong about affordability, and admit he'll reverse course so Canadians can afford to eat?
The Honourable Minister for Women and Gender Equality.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition owes Canadians an explanation because when he goofed up and he lost his seat, Canadians spent $2.3 million of taxpayer money, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker...
So, I saw this clip and I was ready for this. So, this is true. Like I said, I'm not going to be biased. If something is true, I'll admit to it. That is true. When he did lose it, we did have to pay for it. So, getting your position back, it does take a lot of tax dollars, It takes a lot of money to pay for jobs. So, interesting enough. What about when Freeland resigned and Bill Blair What about these two? When they resigned, the exact same issue happened. The exact same issue occurred. We had to pay for that as well when these two ministers resigned. Oddly after the election, right? Very interesting how you're going to criticize PR and having to pay for all that. You know, having to use all that money, millions of dollars, which I didn't think it was that much money, by the way. But we don't talk about this. So if you're gonna mention something like that, which is true, then you have to talk about this. Interesting. Okay, we'll end the video. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. That's almost 50 minutes of stuff, and I have to edit all of it. And one last thing, do you guys remember when they were talking about how they doubled jobs and like wages were much better? Just so you guys know, it's funny how they'll take numbers that are accurate. They'll say the correct thing, but they won't actually explain the real truth behind what they're saying. So when they say they doubled jobs, what they really meant was the overall data for Statistics Canada indicated that employment increased by 5,400 jobs in November. The unemployment rate fell by 6.9% to 6.5%, a fairly significant reduction. However, job growth was driven by an increase in part-time jobs by 6,300 over the last 3 months. Part-time employment has increased at a faster rate than full-time in November. The number of full-time jobs actually fell by 9,000. So just to explain, when they're saying that, what they're really talking about is part-time jobs have increased. So when they said, oh, jobs have increased and wages are better, they're saying that part-time has increased. But here's the reason why part-time has increased and full-time has not. And I did my research right. I had to figure this out for myself. The reason why is because companies are not comfortable. They don't trust the future and the revenue that they're going to make. So they're only hiring part-time because they're afraid of like the fact that Canada is not bringing in enough money. This is what I was talking about. I shouldn't say Canada. The Liberal government makes it extremely hard for money to come into the country, which makes it very tough for businesses to make money. And if they can't make money, they can't pay full-time wages, so they hire part-time. That's the whole reason why they do that. They hire part-time because it's far more affordable than hiring an employee for full-time. That's why. That's the shit that they don't talk about. When you in politics, whenever they say things, it's not like it's weird. They tell the truth. They tell the truth about something, but they don't give you the full sentence, right? They only give you a couple of words, but they don't explain the whole concept. So, oh, better, more jobs. Yes. No. More part-time jobs, less full-time jobs, which is very bad because the reason, like I just explained, is because there's less money. That's not good. That's actually very bad. We don't want more part-time. We want more full-time. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your mortgage. You can't pay your car payments. You can't pay for groceries, and you can't pay for your child benefits. You can't do all that with a part-time job. Get real. Common Sense Dispatch. Hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.